Competitor is the government. And I didn't think we'd be competing against the government when it comes to pay scale and pay rates.
But if you had to go back and advise politicians who were voting for them on both sides of the ledger, I have a feeling you would be saying put a much shorter time limit to it.
Either that or time it with the demand, like have a formula. As demand and as the economy opens, then the enhancement of unemployment shrinks.
Buddy Foy Jr. joins us right now from his location in Florida. Good morning to you, buddy.
Good morning, Steve.
Okay, so Governor DeSantis this week said residents receiving unemployment benefits will soon be required once again to show proof they're looking for a job. And so now suddenly people are looking for jobs in Florida, right? Where you're at.
It's just like that, magic fairy dust, right? Now you have to look for a job. The waiver is being removed for that search requirement for unemployment. And in the last 5 days, literally every day it's building to more and more. We got 0 phone calls in 5 months for jobs.
Right.
We've filled our jobs through referrals, Steve, through our current employees. In the last 5 days, our staff is saying, I can't keep answering the phone. We have to serve customers. It's ringing off the hook. Now, we get to compete for labor. Brian, the breaking point was 10 p.m. closing. In the short notices that we got. When you get a 24-hour notice of change of hour of operation, you're losing food in your walk-in cooler. You're losing, there's only so much you can do where you finally have to make a decision to pivot and just don't complain, move forward. And fortunately, we had the resources.
It is Buddy Foy Jr. Buddy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kennedy.
So what is going on in New York? Because Andrew Cuomo says we have compensated in other ways. He's talking about restaurant owners, business owners, and employees. What other ways?
I don't see any other ways. Either you're in business, you can operate, or you can't.
Yeah.
And outdoor dining, like you said, we got a big snowstorm coming. It's cold, and the outdoor program, it's nice to have when you can have it, but we need our indoor seating, even if it's limited.
A company like Apple that has a 43% profit margin can afford to do that. They have. I suspect you don't have a 43% profit margin.
David, I'm in the restaurant industry. We get double digits.
So how long can you afford to do this? You can't keep that up forever.
Eventually it's going to hit the customer. It's going to hit the customer's wallet. And, the consumer's expectations aren't coming down. The consumer's expectations are still up there. And we appreciate their business. Don't get me wrong. We're loving the fact that there's demand. But the expectations, they still want the service that was pre-pandemic. And eventually, there's not a single restaurant in our town that's open 7 days a week. And this is our season. We make money. We're a tourist town. We make money during the summertime. And New York's not ending the unemployment until September.
Wow.
What has motivated the political leaders, the mayors, the governor? What do you think is driving this insanity?
Mike, at first I thought it was fear, right? We all behave differently when we're in a fear situation we're unfamiliar with. And I thought New York was just shocked, right? I thought the leadership was just shocked.
Right.
And cold weather, not being as much outdoors, etc. I got to tell you, I really don't know how to answer that question. I really don't. I cannot understand. We served 45,000 customers this summer in New York. Not a single case of COVID got traced back to us.
Try running a marathon with a 25% lung capacity. I think that's such a great analogy.
Yeah, imagine that. It won't happen. And at the end of the day, we have to figure out how we can stay alive as long as we can. The vaccines here, you just talked about that with the doctor. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic news. And we got to figure out as an industry how we're going to stay alive. We're turning a corner, and to not allow some type of capacity inside when other industries and big box retailers are inside. There's not outdoor parking lot shopping. I went shopping after Thanksgiving, and I wasn't in a tent shopping with fired garbage cans.
Your thoughts on all these rules as a business owner? It seems almost impossible to do what you need to do.
I honestly don't think they want us to succeed. I hate saying that, and I know it sounds crazy, but we're getting out of a pandemic. We're still in it. We've got employee unemployment benefits they gave until recently, and now they want to make it even harder. Not just on our restaurant, on our entire industry. We can't get supplies when we need them. We're driving and meeting drivers because they can only log so many hours. Now certain drivers aren't going to be able to work because they don't want to get a vaccine. It's mind blowing.
I don't understand the science behind it because it doesn't support this. And I believe they don't want us to succeed.
Yeah, I only got a few seconds left. What is life like in Florida? Because the mainstream media has a way of covering it in this derogatory sense.
No one's harping on people. Are you vaccinated? You're not vaccinated. It's a freedom state, and it feels like living in the USA. Florida feels like the USA used to feel like, and it's phenomenal.
You know, I have learned so much this morning in talking to you, buddy. And one other thing, you know, you're in the midst of your dining room in a beautiful location there on the west coast of Florida. So, buddy, finally, what is your message to people all across the country who are living under lockdowns and it's been very restrictive? They're having trouble finding people to work and everything you've gone through. What's the moral to the story?
Hang in there, fight through it. There's light at the end of the tunnel. As long as we get people off of unemployment.
All right.